get started with Lenny from Hayward. He's going to give us some insight into their new pump and their new heater. This is going to run until 7, until the regular meeting. So enjoy the food, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And at the end of this, we're going to have a drawing for everybody that's here today.
Okay, thank you. Again, my name is Lenny Paris. For those of you who don't know me, I am a year now, I'm working with Hayward. I'm the new rep in San Diego. So basically, John Rodriguez, I'm the new younger version. So anybody who knew John? I'm John. Same phone number. If you have John's phone number and you didn't like John, maybe you like me a little more. I heard a lot of laughs there, but been getting enough of that through for the last year. But anyway, I was an IPSSA member for 15 years. I had a service route before Hayward came in and kind of recruited me to work for them. So I was treasurer for 6 years, so I've been sitting on your side of the table for a long time listening to these type of things. So it's Marietta Temecula chapter. So I understand I am not the PowerPoint guy, the guy with the computer. I'm the hands-on guy because I know that's what you guys like, right? You don't want to hear a presentation about how to work a pump. I'd rather bring the equipment in, you can touch and play and see it firsthand. That's how I roll, that's how you roll, great. But anyway, when I heard about this, I obviously jumped on it because this is what it's about, right? It's about the service industry, training you guys on our products. I know our products aren't huge, kind of a big thing in San Diego, but hopefully you start to buy a little more of our stuff and we go from there. Mark, vouch for my reputation so far. He puts me up here, and I tell him don't put me up here, put me down here, so then when I get here I look better. But
I'll put my pedestal on.
you know what I mean. So before we start with the training, I'd like to just talk about, of course I'm a salesman, but I'm not going to talk about pricing and what's good for you, what's bad for you, what's bad here. Essentially, I just want to talk about a few programs we have that's going to benefit you guys. So I'm sure you guys seen the distribution, the servicer program, the community project. If you haven't seen that, sign up. It is a no-brainer for you guys who buy pool cleaners, salt systems, our new heater. It doesn't cost you anything. All you have to do is go on this website, scan that QR code, and sign up. And you get fixed pricing of these items that are on this list. Unfortunately, they didn't put what it was. They put model numbers, which is a mistake on their part. But anyway, pool cleaner, $300. 4-wheel, $310. 2-wheel, $300. You get unlimited throughout the year. So if you guys are buying a pool cleaner, this is a program for you. It's, like I said, it's no cost for you to sign up. It's basically, if you remember the old program where you were allowed 3 a year, that's gone. This is the new program. So if you call me and say, hey Lenny, I need a pool cleaner, I'm going to say I'll sign up for the program. And basically 3 goes to, if distribution has 500, buy them all. I'm just saying, that's the way it works now. All right, so that's one huge program. And just interrupt me during my speech. I'm not going to wait till the end. Just raise your hand, and if you have any.
That's the new pool cleaner?
No, this is the Aquanaut 250.
Oh, okay, that looks.
This is the Aquanaut.
Okay.
The pool cleaner is what you normally see. This is basically, we bought the pool cleaner for this design. We realized how well the pool cleaner was selling, and they decided to keep the pool cleaner and also have this.
So when you were talking about the $300, does that apply just to the Aquanaut?
No, it applies to the pool cleaner. White 2-wheel, white 4-wheel, not the gray. Do not get it.
Okay, because I just bought a gray one, and I think in distribution it was $365. So if I'd signed up for it,
$365. Wow, I thought today it was $430. Yeah. For the gray, it's like $430. The white is somewhere around that price.
Was that the 4-wheel maybe?
No, I got the 2-wheel. It was the limited edition for PEP, but you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was a little bit more.
Okay, well, I'm not putting you in your place, but I'm just letting you know that the deal is essentially, 2-wheel, white, 4-wheel, $300, 310.
Sign me up.
Well, all you have to do at the end is come over here, scan that QR code. It takes you 10 minutes. You just sign up. The way it works is you sign up. That sign up page goes to customer service. Hayward customer service contacts where you shop. They matrix your account, and then you get those 12 core items set at that price. It takes 5 to 7 days, maybe longer, depending on the situation. PWP decided not to entertain this program at all. It's just full court, SCP, Superior, and PEP. That's it. Yes?
And that's just for the, so that sign up is just for cleaners, because if
No.
you signed up for other stuff in the past, then that doesn't, so this, we have to sign up again in order to get this deal for the cleaners.
Yes. Yeah, so if you call me, say I want to do a try me, I'm going to tell you
Right.
service program. All right. If you are on a program with Hayward, if you are a side program, you're getting rebate money at the end of the year, you're just a builder or whatever, then don't do this because you can't double dip. Okay? It's either this or the program you're on with Hayward. It's either or. Okay?
Down in front.
It's like I said, what's on here is the VS 950, the VS 900, the new heater, the salt systems, the aqua rights, the pool cleaners, the XE pump is on here, and a DE filter and a cartridge, and both C4030s and C50s.
That's not a variable.
This is, well, yeah, we're gonna get to this, but this is a multi-speed pump.
Are salt systems on that program?
Yes, the AQR 940 and the new S340 is on here, which, yes,
You said ADE filter or all DE filters?
not all DE filters, it's just the 6020.
Is that
Scan the QR code and then you'll know.
Yes,
that's the ProGrid DE?
what's that?
That's the ProGrid DE?
Yeah,
Okay.
program DE, yeah, 6020. And then the two cartridges, the middle guy and the big guy, 4030 and the 5030. So that's all about that. That's basically, we see the direction of the business right now. We see it's going, it was building for the last 2 years, right? And here we go. There's tons of pools out there for us guys to attack. So we're starting to, it's just a corporate thing. All right, writing's on the wall. Service is the thing now. Go back to the service, guys. You know, for everybody's been doing it for a long time, we know how it works. Builders are builders, and then we focus on the builders, then we focus on the service guys. So I just wanted to let you know this is a no-brainer program. Just sign up, it's absolutely free. They will start charging for this come maybe middle of next year. So if you're on it, and it's like I said, no-brainer. All right? Any other questions on the community program?
So once you're signed up, it's for
Your
life?
matrix. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, it's forever. So as prices change, or as something changes, or as we add products to the program, you'll just, like I said, your account is matrixed at distribution. So if you just walk in, you don't have to ask for it. You just say, hey, I want an XE pump, and I would look at the invoice, of course, make sure the price is right, but it'll just already be in there. Okay?
How long has the program started, or how long has it been?
We just kicked it off 2.5, 3 months ago. Yeah. We kind of blasted all distribution with the marketing material, which to me is kind of vague. So it is what it is. I'm not quite that.
Because how many people knew about this before you heard right now? Of course,
Okay,
John.
nobody else?
Everything comes to me. I get everything that I have.
I did send emails to okay, it's the emails I have in my system. If John never, there we go again. If John never updated it, and your email is wrong, I got a bunch of emails shoot back at me, incorrect. I'm sorry, I can't, I have over 700 clients, so I'm trying to, in the San Diego area, so I'm trying to get you all kind of dialed in, but that's why I'm here. I'm here so you can get the word out to guys in the service industry, guys, IPSSA is the premier, basically you guys are the bomb, I know that, 15 years. So you guys are kind of the voice for the service industry, right? So that's that. Any other questions? We can go back to it if you think of something. Our salt systems, right now, I don't know how long it's going to last, $75 off, instant coupon. And that's just a program, we just do that every so. Remember the old coupons we used to have? This acts as a coupon. So if you buy an S3, or you buy a Aquarite 940, you get $75 off of distribution. Make sure you get that $75 off, okay? If you have a job lined up or something you're doing, just make sure they give you The AQR, being that we're on that, here comes a little bit of the training. New cell. Has everybody seen it? Or everything is the same. Unions, dimensions, everything. The only difference is it's clear. And you can see right through it when it's dirty and when it's not. It's an easy way to clean a cell. Okay? It's basically, it works when you have it hooked up to the S3 system, the power center, which is different than the AquaRite 940 power center. Kind of looks like that. I don't have a sample of it to bring in. But it works at 800 parts per million, all the way up to 8,000 parts per million. So if you recall, which I know I ran into this issue a lot, customer sees low salt, and what is the first thing they do? They go to Leslie's, they go to Home Depot, they buy a bag of salt, boom, put it in, and all it needed was to be cleaned. Right? And then all of a sudden now the salt's at 5,000, blows out the board, blows out the... This will now prevent that. We want it at 3,000 to 3,500, but if it does spike up, it will not blow the board out, it will not cause issues with the system. It'll give you time to kind of resolve the matter, drain the water, get the parts per million where it needs to be. Yes?
So I have a client that just purchased a T9 online, so I guess it's still out there.
The T9?
Or the what is
Okay.
the T-cell 9 for the
Yeah.
AquaRite. So those are those still being manufactured and
Yep.
they're still being
They're
sold
still being
on Amazon
manufactured.
and
Yeah, the online ones are all 3W SKUs, so obviously the warranties are different on that kind of stuff.
Right.
But yes, the 940s are still being, and the power centers for the AQR 940s are still being produced. We have them in circulation. Eventually, at some point, don't know when, this is all you're gonna see. But,
okay, and trade or
What's that?
It's going to be sold online too?
no,
Just for-
it's an expert line product,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I was told by a Superior branch today, just this morning, that the AquaRite Power Center is no longer available?
Yes.
It is?
You mean if you're gonna buy it separately? You need a
Yeah.
power center separate, then
Yeah,
it's available. But
it is, okay.
try to find it is the
Yeah,
other problem.
yeah.
Yeah, so you can buy the power center. I found one for somebody a couple months ago up in LA.
Okay.
He called me, he goes, hey, somebody, I don't know if it was San Diego or somebody had one. So I got it for him.
What about the PC boards? Because again,
The boards, we're not gonna make everything obsolete.
okay.
So the AQR board, that is gonna be still in circulation.
But the availability, I mean, the inventory at these
Is low.
places is low, yeah.
Is low.
I mean, I
Circuit
found
breakers.
one board up in Riverside, and they're not sending it down to San Diego.
Okay, that's when you call me.
Okay.
I don't just do San Diego.
Okay.
Today I was in Anaheim. I'm in the desert tomorrow morning.
All right.
I'm everywhere. If you need something, you call me.
Okay.
And as long as you have a net 30 at distribution,
Yeah.
where I can go in and you give the authorization, Lenny's gonna come down and pick up his part. I'll
Okay.
do it for you.
Okay.
I've done it for Mark, I've done it for several guys in here.
Okay.
So, just
Okay.
letting you know.
All
It may
right.
not be the next day, but I'll
Yeah.
get it to you within a week.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, sir.
The food is ready,
Okay.
so I don't know if you wanna take a break now, everybody get their food and then you can talk, or if you've got a.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Everybody eat. Everybody's hungry. We can put a pause on it.
So,
Show people online. Oops, that's you. That's me. We don't show the food line. So, of course,
DL, you can't go there.
Well, I'm wondering if it's
There's like those tab feeders, those,
Yeah.
rainbow, you know, the ones that are
Yeah,
built
they're
for.
corrosive. They're
Non-corrosive, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think needs to be on there. Yeah, the master temps are very essential.
All right, guys, I guess I'll begin my spiel again. I think the last we left off was the salt system, correct? So, like I was saying, 800 parts per million, all the way up to 8,000 on the new Operate, the S3. This will work interchangeable with the old Operate 940. That's an obvious one. Same fittings, same connection, same unions, same everything as far as that goes.
Does it come with that nice stand?
No, this is a cleaning stand.
That's extra.
That's a. And for those of you who don't want to spend the money on the cleaning stand, I'm sure you guys are smart enough to figure out you can get a waterway union with a 2-inch plug and use that as.
Oh, yeah.
Cost you
Is that on the discount on the app or on the program?
Say again, sorry.
Cleaning stand?
Can you get the stand discount on the program?
No. There's only 12 items on it. This is not one of them. Trust me. Yeah, no, that's so the salt system. Somebody brought something up to me before with the salt system. Who was it? And I said I have to make sure I said Barry. Who was it?
Was it circuit board?
No. What was the circuit board issue?
Nobody had any.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't
yeah,
that.
it wasn't that.
Somebody else. I don't know who he is now. But he had an issue with the salt system. It was a good point, and I said, "Oh, we got to save that when I come back." And now I don't remember what it was. But anyhow, any questions on the salt system? The fuse. Yeah, that's the high salt.
What about the not being compatible with
Well, that's one thing. So if somebody buys a cell that's Hayward, it will fit, so saving in knockoffs, it will not work on the S3. You'll plug it in, this will be all the same, and this will say error. It won't work. So somebody thinks they can buy a $200 cell on eBay and think it's going to work. It's not going to. It will work on the Operate, and it'll do crazy things like we all see, or it'll work for 6 months and fail. But it will not read it. This only reads Hayward cells. And of course the PEP version and the SCP version of our cells. It'll read only Hayward technology. All right? We're kind of trying to single that out to avoid all that nonsense, because we've noticed that those third-party cells have been doing damage to boards and everything else. Any other questions on the cell systems? Good? Okay. Next program. Hayward. Bounty. The Bounty program is, this just came out about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. If you replace a competitor's equipment, pump, heater, filter, with our products, we're giving you $50. There's no expiration for this. So, you can't get IntelliFlows right now. You're forced to put in a TriStar. You might as well get paid for it, right? So this is, again, another QR code, another program. All you have to do is snap a picture of the whisper plug, whatever, and write the serial number down. Take a picture of the install, write our serial numbers down, go to the website, we send you $50 gift card. You have to be signed up for the program. If you're going to do it anyway, you might as well get paid for it, right? That's the way we look at it. And it's only pump, heater, and filter. Okay? So, again, another no-brainer, just sign up for it. And if you have to come across that situation where you have to put our equipment in, go for it. All information's on here. You can just take these on your way out if you want. It's basically a smaller version of that. Any questions on that program? No questions? Pretty simple, right?
Per piece? Is it
Yes.
per piece?
Per piece.
15.
Yeah, you can do a whole equipment set. We'll send you 150. Okay. Yes.
One that I assume when they sign up for any of these programs, they're in a database where they'll get emails besides me.
Yes.
For all the things that you guys
Yeah, you,
need.
that's none of our.
Classes,
yeah.
everything else, every discount will come here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the onus is on you guys individually to.
Sign up for these things.
Yeah, sign up. I mean, it's a program, it's like any other program, it's just Hayward. It's not hard to do. It's really, it's
No,
just,
it's not.
it takes you a couple
It's
seconds.
well worth it.
Yeah.
Thanks for gonna call me.
Okay, so I have some books here. Okay, so before you leave, if you need any of our buyer's books, part numbers and everything, they're in here, just grab one. I got a bunch more in the truck. If anybody has any additional questions other than the things I'm going to be presenting today, I do have the
I have some, I'll
MPV
get 'em.
outside.
Yeah.
Omni Logic, Omni PLs, hubs, all those
Go to
questions.
the
You can
meeting
walk into the truck
before.
and we can take a look. I know you have another meeting after this, so I don't expect you to, but I'm just saying, if you want to see something, touch buttons live, live power. I have the MPV van outside, and we can just walk in and go over whatever your issue is. Okay? Now, the XC pump. Oh, any questions? Okay, XC pump. This is our multi-speed pump, all right? It has to be wired on a relay or on a time clock. It's gotta be load side. Okay, it can't be line side, active power, because the thing will run all day long. So you need to put it on the load side. And what's nice about the pump is, obviously, it comes with unions, as we all know, all our stuff comes with unions. And there is a single button on the back of the pump. You see it flashing here, single button that basically makes you program the pump from there. So there's 4 intervals on the pump. First one is 4 hours, next one is 8 hours, the following one is 12 hours. Okay, so you can, we'll go over how to program it. I mean, I don't know if you're recording this, but I'll show you how to program it. So basically the way you program it is, you push the button down until it rapidly blinks, okay? And there it goes. Now it'll blink one time. And skip that. Here we go. See it blinking once? You're in your first interval speed. Now you pick your speed. I want 3450, 100%, 80. There's 6 speeds, all the way down to 20%, and then there's actually off. Okay? And what off is, if you don't want that first hour in there, you can just turn the first 4 hours off. If you only want the 8 hour, the next one, then you could just leave that and shut the next third one, the 12 hour off. Okay, so it's a pretty simple way of programming it. If you have issues programming, again, as Hayward likes QR codes, QR code right there gives you a video tutorial on how to program on site. Yes, sir.
So this is from the time that you activate it, it's gonna run the next day at that
Yes.
speed?
Yes.
Okay, so this is like a waterway pump, they do the
Got it.
same thing?
You got it.
But if you get to the job in the middle of the day and you wanna change programming, you really gotta get there first thing in the morning if you want it to run at that morning schedule.
No, because all you have to do is shut the time clock off, turn it back on. Usually the first speed I always set it on my highest
Okay, so
speed.
yours is functioning with a time clock. as
Correct.
opposed
Or
to
a
the-
relay. Or a relay, right?
As
So-
opposed to the waterway, it's programmed in.
Right.
So.
Right, so the waterway, you can go to the pump on top and hit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one, if you set your first, I always tell everybody, your first 4 hours on your programming or your next 8 hours, whatever, is always set at your high speed. So when you get there, service guys, right? You want to get there, flip the intermatic time clock, flip it back on, goes right to high speed.
And it's got a memory, obviously, in it?
Yeah, so every time it loses power, yeah, basically every time you kill power, it will revert back to that first 4 hour speed, that first interval. Okay? And the way, I'm sorry, I was programming it. So once you pick your speed, then you would push it again down until you get to the second speed, it'll rapidly blink, and then it'll blink twice. Now you're in your second interval. Now you pick your speed. You go here. So you want that speed. You're set. Now you go to your third speed. Now usually you don't need 3 speeds, especially on 5 o'clock. I usually just take that 12 hour speed and just shut it off. That's what I typically do on these. But once that's set, you hold it until it blinks again. It's the same repetitious thing. And then it'll blink now, rapidly blink, and it'll blink 3 times. Now you're in the third interval. Pick your speed. You want the high speed. Push it down until it rapidly blinks. Now you're programmed. Pump is programmed, that's it. So now it'll turn on. Now there is a 10-minute priming speed. If you want that off, at any time you can just push that down for 10 seconds until it rapidly blinks, and then the priming will go off. It'll disable it. But we all like priming. Yes?
So does it qualify as a variable speed pump?
Yes, it is. It does.
For California standards?
Correct. DOE regulated.
And I got another question. Do you
Yeah.
guys make any pump, variable speed type pumps with a 208 voltage?
Motor?
Yes.
Like a three-phase?
Like three-phase?
You probably can get it.
You can
Yeah,
get
and a
it, but
5 horsepower is the only one I can find. So I'm burning up motors because on my commercial property, it's burning up the board, not the motor.
You need to get a transformer.
But why aren't they incorporating any of those in their
There's
system?
not that many of them out there.
yeah, it's probably, to be honest with you, I'll answer without even knowing, it's probably not worth them even getting involved in, to be honest with you. I know it's important to you, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, hey, but, I mean, who else does Pentair do it?
No, nobody. I don't think.
Yeah.
A 5 horsepower, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to go three-phase
Yeah.
or bucket boost.
Yes,
Do all three of these speeds and you're able to kill them.
yes.
I mean, we always set them up, come on in the morning, off all day, come on in the evening.
I mean, you need to put one speed in, right?
Right,
So,
but I
yeah,
mean-
you can kill them all, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, you got your first one, then your 8 hours is off, and then it comes on again.
Yes, you can do either one, either or, mix and match, whatever. But yeah, you can do that. Yes?
Are you supposed to run it during the day, during the heat, or
Listen, energy company doesn't want you to run their pumps between 4 and 9 because that's prime time. That's what I always tell my clients, and that's what I say. Between 4 and 9, don't run anything because that's when the AC's gone, people cook, the whole 9 yards. But yeah, you can run it whenever you want, nighttime, daytime, as long as it's on that time clock or on a relay, the jam DRS or Easy Touch, whatever it might be, gives power, it'll turn on no matter what time you set.
It doesn't make any difference.
It really doesn't make a difference. The pool is properly maintained. It should be okay, yeah.
How do these price out with the current?
So we have 3 models. We have the 1.25, 1.85, and 2.25. That equates to 1 horse, horse and a half, 2 horse. Okay, as far as ratings. So the top, I think though, 2.25 is right around a little over 1,000. And then I think it starts at 9 all the way up to 1,000, like over 1,000. So they're within like, distribution will have mostly the 2.25 in stock because this pump is primarily designed, in my eyes, not in Hayward's eyes, but in my eyes, it's a secondary pump. Water feature, booster, shear, you call it, you name it. To me, that's what this is designed for, replacement of those. Because if you put it on a filtration, you can put it on a filtration. So the problem is, you put it on a filtration pump, and it's got a spot. Somebody wants to go use a spot. That's why I say make that first speed, that 4-hour speed, 3450. Because then you can tell your client, well, just go out there, shut it off, and turn it on. Now you're in high speed. So, in a perfect world, I wouldn't put this on, I wouldn't put it on a filtration. But if you want to, and it's something that you want to try, that's fine. Pool only, no problem. Pool only with solar, 2850 up to the roof, right? Yes.
I could just see if you have the 4-hour one on full blast, and the guy shows, you show up 3 hours in.
Yeah.
Well, let's see, I'm trying to think of if you would turn it on. No, you show in when it goes into cycle 2, and you want to get the pump going. So you have to turn it off and turn it on, and now it's going to run 4 hours at high speed again.
Right.
So it's kind of inefficient. I mean,
Well,
you don't have a way of skipping it.
Sure, but it's going to be on a time clock. So whatever time clock, whatever schedule that clock turns off, the pump, it's still gonna. You're right. So they're gonna lose. Say you get there in the 5th hour, now you're going back to 4.
Yeah. So you're going to do 4 more hours.
You can't really go to that middle.
Unless you just turn it off, and then
Unless you
it'll.
turn it off, right.
Then it'll maybe
Right.
skip some scheduled.
We're pool guys.
Yeah.
We want the thing running 24/7.
That's right.
Anyway, yes. Somebody had something. Mark.
What's the wholesale cost of these pumps?
Like I said, 2.25 is around a little over 1,000. little over 1,000. And if you do want to try me, call me. We have try me's on these things. Unfortunately, the 3.25, the try me price is $666, but it's $666. So the try me price on this is if you want to try it, you know, the job
Not a
out
big
there,
number.
it's worth
No.
it. Right?
Shouldn't be buying it. Come with corns on it or something?
Yeah, residential. I would put it residential. I mean, I could put a 2.25 on a commercial, low-end apartment building or something like that. The pumps run all day pretty much anyway, right? I mean, there's no really rhyme or rhythm where you put it, right? So, anything else? So same wet end, obviously. Just the only difference is there's no drive, no low voltage communication to it whatsoever. Everything is, it's multi-volt, so it's 110 to 20. And you could easily just pop this off and put a power end on if you wanted to, you know, because it's the same wet end. So if it didn't work out, hey, you know what? I'm going to upgrade you to a power end, you know, 950 or 900 power end. We can do that because everything lines up. Anything else on the pump?
So what's that one called again if I'm gonna go in?
That's a TriStar XE. XE pump.
Are those unions 2 and 2.5 or just 2?
They're 2 in, 2.5 out.
Great.
Perfect. Fine, yep. And we do sell another pump, yes.
I was just gonna say, in the past, I mean, it's been years, Don Rodriguez turned me on to the TriStar and I put in a number of the variable speed versions, but I was having problems with the tank or the seal plate or whatever it is you call it.
Seal plate gasket?
Well, no, right below that on the housing it would crack. There would always form like an airline fracture and it would leak.
Is that the Eco startup?
Maybe that's what it was. Has that, maybe it was pushing too much water. Maybe this one wouldn't.
I mean, it happens once in a while, but I mean, when I was doing Hayward warranty, I saw that a lot on Eco stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you haven't seen it on the newer TriStars. Other than that, any other questions on the XE? Now, we do obviously have our TriStar 950 and our 900s. Everybody's aware of that. I don't have to go into those pumps. They're pretty much our variable speeds. OmniLogic. Is there any OmniLogic questions out there? Anybody have any pools that are Omni that they can't figure out or they're having issues with, other than you? You might see a little bit more of them out there. We have a couple big builders now. We got San Diego Pools buying Hayward from us a little now because of the Pentair thing. CCW is Custom Creation West. So we have some builders now in San Diego kind of putting a lot of Omnis in. So you might pick up new accounts. You might walk in a yard and see an OmniLogic. Don't freak out. A lot of cool guys do. I know I don't get it, but I do get it in a way. Trust me.
Well, it will match their navigators that they always have been putting in. So.
Excuse me?
I said it will match their navigators that they always put in the pools.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get them to do this, but they won't listen.
You made me think of something though.
What's up?
You were talking about Pentair and all the nightmare of trying to get certain products, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys having any issues with that? And if not,
Not
why?
with pumps.
Okay.
I don't know what Pentair. I hear so many different issues with Pentair. And last time I was in this meeting, something happened. Something got back to Mark. I don't know who it was. I didn't say anything bad, but I guess I said something. But anyway, long story short, I don't know what's going on with Pentair. All I know is their drives are having issues. And I heard that the plug that goes in the connection here is no longer. Now it's 4-wire that goes into the drive, like kind of our TriStar 950 is. I don't know really what the problem is.
Mostly I just saw problems with their lights and everything.
Yeah, the only issues we're having right now is circuitry.
Yeah.
So our OmniLogics are out all of a sudden, then all of a sudden they're not there anymore. It's like, what's going on? Where are our boards, the circuitry on our boards. That's the issue.
But as far as availability.
Availability is there.
Oh, okay.
Availability is definitely there. Thank you. Definitely there. Anything else?
What's the difference between, it's not the same subject, but that Aquabot cleaner and the
Pool cleaner?
Yeah.
Nothing, same operation. I mean, the guts are a little different, lower body kits are a little
I've
different.
never seen one of those before.
Yeah, it's a good cleaner. in my pool, I got the 4-wheel, but it's a great cleaner.
Yeah, I replaced the Navigator with the pool cleaner.
Right.
I just love the pool cleaner.
Who here can tell me where the wear line is on the wheels, on the tread?
It's the little knob on the actual wheel.
Incorrect.
Does anybody else want anything to eat before we fix it all up?
Anybody? Anybody know what they're looking for? Same super hump system that the pool cleaner has, same wheel essentially. Does anybody know where the wear line is, or what to look for? A lot of people say, oh my God, the knob is all the way down, I need to change the cleaner, but there is a line that's right there. I don't know if you guys see that dot line on the wheels. You see that dotted line?
It's gone too far
When
gone.
it gets below, when you don't see that anymore, it's time to change the tread. Okay, a lot of people don't know that, but when you see that line, you see that line on the top of the tread, right here, that's on the top. It's time to change the wheels. Okay, so it's right here. See that?
Yes.
When it gets below that, when you don't see that anymore, then right here. That's the wear line. That's the pool cleaner too. It's the same super hump wheel, just different color.
Would you really let it get that low though? Because I used to.
A lot of people do. Because you ever see the pool cleaner just all of a sudden just climb the wall, and you're like, why is that thing climbing the wall? And people would think, well, it's not the wheels. But guess what? It grabs that rough plaster because it's below the wear line.
So it grabs it more because it's
grabs it
lower.
more.
Lost that space.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That would be the time to change it. So, you guys see that line?
Not that,
That's the clean wheel.
Section's closer.
You guys good with this?
The Rebel, the left gear, the
Lenny,
left drive.
anything new with the cat system?
Anyone say?
With the cat systems, the sense and dispense, or just?
Cats and sense and dispense right now are kind of a little difficult to come by. I mean, we got them, San Diego Pools, they put sense and dispense in all their pools, right? So they got some builders here. But, yeah, they're available. You just have to get them ordered. They're not like, you're not gonna walk in distribution and grab them. Now, Cat 2000 is more important. Is this for your commercial? So you use Cat 55s?
Yes.
The Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're available. They're available, just gotta search for them. Sometimes they're out of state. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, just having trouble getting a few parts here.
Oh, parts, not probes. You're talking about.
No, well, probes, yes, right. I know that's probably whatever, yeah,
Right.
because you're using the same probe, so.
Yeah. So to answer that question, yes, they're not ready yet. We have to spend the search. Okay, let's direct our attention. I'm going to go to the heater now, our new heater. I don't know how we're going to work this, but I guess it's kind of, I don't know how you guys are going to see it. If you're interested, come see it, hands-on. If you're not, then it's all good. Okay, so this is our new small footprint heater. All right, it's zero clearance. What zero clearance means, the wall can be right here, and it can be right up against the wall. Okay, that's more for builders and stuff like that. But if you run into a space problem, or you're replacing a JXI, or you're replacing a master temp, it can go right up against the wall. There's no need to say, oh, I need to be 6 inches away from the wall. You go right up to it. Obviously, comes with unions, and also what these are adapter kits. So if you have a JXI or a master temp, if you're not cool with plumbing, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to re-plumb that, lines right up. Lines up to a JXI and lines up to a master temp. If you're installing one of these, you call me, I give you one of these. Distribution down here? I get it to you for free. Alright? Distribution doesn't have a lot of them anyway. But I will get you some. I have a storage full of these things that they sent me, or John actually, that I need to get rid of. So if you are installing these heaters, give me a call if it's a JXI or if it's master temp. Alright? I'll get you a pair of these, no problem. There is a try me on this heater. I know people freak out when they hear the heater price is $2,900 at distribution, but when you compare it to a HD, a master temp HD, it's actually cheaper, and that's what this is compared to. It's not compared to the regular master temp. Okay, it's Cooper nickel pumpernickel heat exchanger, and it also has a butterfly bypass valve automatically installed in it. So when the heater's not on, it allows certain water to come in and out, so it's good, it's efficient that way. This heater has a drain plug, kind of like a heat pump does. So every heater basically condensates, right? And it usually sits in the bottom of the tank. And all heaters do that. This one has a little nipple that's right here. I don't want to scratch the floor up, but it's right here, and the heater comes with a 5-foot flexi hose. Make sure if you install this heater, you put that hose on, because you will get a phone call. My heater's leaking. My heater's leaking. You just have to put that into the, you know, the plumbing bed, or just you put it somewhere where it's not gonna. Just make sure you attach it, because we found out that the condensation is actually better for it to be out of the heat exchanger chamber as opposed to just sitting in there. So that's why they put that in.
Lenny,
Yes.
as with all condensation, isn't it acidic?
Yes.
Or don't run it under some cement, because it will leach out.
Yeah, don't put it on, that's what I'm saying, put it in the bed. I mean, or
Some
try to
dirt or
get it.
something.
Right, exactly. And most pools have a plumbing, you know, a plumbing pit, right? Most do. If it doesn't, then try to get it to a drain also. But, yes,
Is that a gas heater or electric heater?
it's gas. So it's both propane. So there's no more ordering natural gas and propane heater with this heater. It's one heater.
Well, the reason I bring that up is I go to the IPSSA meetings in LA, and there's regulations coming out that are
Yes.
not allowing any gas.
I know.
That's another meeting.
Things like
Yeah, that's happening here too, believe it or not.
Another meeting.
Yeah, that's happening here too, but you're right.
And you can't heat up a spot correctly with an electric heater. There's no way.
Another meeting.
There's no freaking way.
We already have it scheduled.
I'm with you.
Should have recalled that idiot, you know?
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried to recall it.
So,
Thanks a lot, new son.
this heater is dual flex fuel. So you order the heater HDF 400, and it comes with an orifice. And the orifice is it's actually inside the blower. It's right here. You basically give it a turn, and it pops out. And it comes with the other orifice. This one happens to be a natural. It comes with the propane one. Pop it in, little quarter turn, connect the hose. Now it's propane. That's it. That's it.
So it's not the gas line or the orifice?
No, it's not the gas line. You don't have to undo the gas chamber. I'm not going to say anything. This heater is, so remember old heater? You had an empty end. You had to take the whole thing apart, take 20 screws out to flip the exchanger. This one, center console.
Oh, beautiful.
Just do that. And now your plumbing's on this side or that side. You don't even have to take this off if you don't have to, right?
Is that just clipping or?
What's that?
It just clips?
Yeah, there's a clip on one side that it hits. You see these clips?
Yep.
So these attach in there, and then they both have a screw on either side. You just put a screw in right through the front.
Where's the cable coming?
There's a ribbon cable. There's a ribbon cable for the board. It's, I don't know if it's in here. We have the beads in our bands, but basically it's an extension ribbon cable. So there's one that goes to the board, and then there's another connection one. They're about, I don't know, 8 inches long, so 16 inches of ribbon cable. It's got, like the Master Temp has, the gas valve is right here on top, the on-off switch, and the JXI. Just remember that, make sure you turn that on.
What's the driving price?
Big, $17.99.
That's on a 400?
That's on 400.
What other sizes?
400. We have the 500. We have the FDN 500, not this, not the little guy.
Oh, really?
We make a 500 BTU heater.
Okay.
But that's the FDN size. That's not this.
Okay.
Not yet, at least. I don't think they can get that kind of BTU in this little guy.
Okay.
So your connections are right here. So your high voltage and your low voltage. So remember old here, a little hard to get into, kind of like take the top. Well, now you just undo this screw. Let's hope it's in here. Undo that screw. There's your connections. Here's your power, right? You undo this one, and your low voltage is here. Basically, it comes with everything you need. It comes with wire nuts. It comes with the, basically you pop this out. You put your little wire feed in here for your low voltage. You make the connection here, and then it connects to the board on top, and you're done. It's 3-wire, that's 2-wire, sorry, but there is 3 wires. Hayward decided to make 2 of the wires red and orange, so if you're colorblind like me, you don't know what color is what. But it's orange and white, cap to red. When I say cap to red, I mean cap to red, because when it's lying free inside and it hits that metal on this, you're popping the fuse. It took about a year for all of us to figure that out. Why are these fuses blowing? Well, we get there and it comes with 3 small little gray wire nuts, put them all on. You know, so you have your orange, with the reverse polarity, obviously, so you have your orange, your white, go into the power, and cap go on the red. Okay, just make sure you do that.
And it doesn't come that way when you buy the heater. It does come that way when you buy the heater.
What do you mean?
The way it's capped, like you're saying.
No, nothing's, it just comes, the low voltage cable comes in this compartment, wrapped up. You have to connect it to the board, and then when your wire's coming in from your automation, you need to just basically wire nut it and put it in that.
Right, but if you don't have automation, it's not gonna be.
Oh, if you got automation, you don't need that. You don't need that. Yeah, if you're just a standalone heater, then obviously you don't have to open this compartment. You don't want to.
What are you saying, how does it come? It comes with the 3 wires wire nutted?
Oh yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
all wire nutted.
Yeah, no, the wire nut, all the wire nuts are inside here when you open it up. Because it like comes with extra
So if it's
fuses.
standalone, you don't even need to open it up, nothing.
Okay. That's
What
What's the warranty on the heater?
3 years. We give you 3 years on any individual item you buy, whether you're a Hayward guy or not. 3 years on everything.
What does Pentair do?
I don't know.
1 year, 3-year warranty, if you buy 3
And
pieces.
it doesn't matter,
of bundle.
it doesn't matter if it's HD, SME, or anything, it's still 1 year.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, there's 2. You have to be. What if you're a Pentair service center?
If you do it as a
Heaters
full-
are
if you do
2
it-
years.
If you do it as a full set.
Well, the
then-
professional heaters are
Then it's-
5 years.
Otherwise, it's 1 year, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
He says, so why am I putting in SME heaters on commercial pools?
Well, commercial is 1 year, but Master Temp.
Not ours.
Master,
Ours
yeah,
is-
Master
oh.
Temp is 2 year.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's
yours
not.
is still
It's
3 years.
We have an ASME
On a residential,
400
it's
and
2
an
years.
ASME 500. And they're all 3 years, no matter what. Trust me, I know this at a commercial property. I had a commercial pool that went through heat exchangers, like 3 in 1 year. And
What?
they just kept
It was
giving me heat
servicing the
exchangers.
pool.
Me? My company, not me. My company was servicing. Well, it was the spa one.
It was the
and
spa one, of
it
course
just
it
kept
was.
dropping. Alkalinity just kept dropping like it was going to. Yeah, and if I'm not there watching it, you know.
3 heat exchangers?
In 3 years. And they kept sending heat exchangers. I'm like, okay, thank you. Anyway,
Then they promoted you.
they didn't promote me, I was on my own. Is there any other questions on this? Like I said, there is a try-me.
There is distribution.
There are tons of them in distribution. Distribution went crazy. That's why they don't mind me telling you there's a try-me on these things.
Is that a
One-
fiberglass shell?
What's that?
Is that fiberglass?
Fiber?
Shell?
Your shell that you're holding, is that
This?
the top?
Oh, yeah.
The
yeah.
wall.
The walls just steel. Pretty flimsy, but
But I like aluminum.
it's very light. It's only 132 pounds.
They have to reduce
The
some
whole
of the
thing?
weight.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the lightest heater out of all. I always thought the JXI was the lightest.
Yeah.
Until it's not much. It's only like 3 pounds lighter. But it's lighter than the JXI.
What's the name
It's
on
not
that one?
lighter than that.
HDF 400.
HDO.
HDF. Yeah, that's the model number.
So if we buy the heater and say, hey, it's for propane, are they gonna give me one that's set up for propane?
No, they're gonna give you the
Just-
orifice.
they're
In the
just gonna
bag
give
with
you
the
the
union kit and the hose comes an extra orifice.
Okay.
And you just have to pop that out and pop it in. That's it.
Is it
Done.
always factory gas?
Factory gas.
Always.
Always. Always factory gas.
Rat
Yes.
proof?
And just,
What's that?
Rat proof?
Rat.
It is. No,
What
it
is
is.
rat?
I was noticing you're really small vents.
No, it is. It's right. Can't get in there. I mean, rats are rats, right? But I don't know. Me personally, I don't know how they're getting in here. It's pretty enclosed. That's why it's
It's more than a minute.
That's why it's That's why we need that. Yes.
just to reiterate, gas valves come off. Make sure you turn them on.
Yes.
so that you don't call Hayward or Pentair or anybody and say, my heater doesn't work.
What's this AO code? Yeah, check the gas. Yeah,
Turn
this
the
little,
gas
this little
off
switch
on.
always comes off. So make sure you always turn it on.
An insurance thing.
You're used to installing master taps, it's the same thing. You gotta make sure it's on. What's nice about this heater is also all the components are on one side. So when you take this off, your pressure switch, your limit switches, your water temp switch, you take these 3 screws off, this pops off, and everything is right there. Everything. So it's easy to repair down the road and fix. Like you can actually see everything down here, all your switches and stuff. But everything is right there. If you remember on our old heater, the right side was the limit switches here, and then even your thermistor is there. I mean, even your igniter is in here as well. So everything is right there. So if you're testing things, you don't have to go here, here, here. On the side, take this off, take that panel off, everything is right there. Okay? Let's see, what else? Pretty much that's it, that's all I had. So here it is, the cable I was telling you about. Pretty simple. 2-wire, white and orange. You see the red and orange? That was silly moving here, but this is what the cable looks like. So this is what will go into the low voltage compartment, and that's what you'll tie in. So this will go in here, the wire will come in here, wire none inside the panel. You're done. Yes, sir?
What would that third wire be used for?
3-wire communication. It's like Jandy has a 4-wire. Why? When you need a 2-wire, right? I don't know why. I really don't know why. To be honest with you. There's a 3-wire remote. Pool, spa, and cottage. I never understood. Everything I ever wired was 2-wire, right? But I guess maybe some automation panels out there require 3. I don't know.
Old school.
Huh?
The old school toggle switch ones.
Say again?
The old school like toggle switch ones. But those are old.
Oh, really? Oh, well, yeah. I guess maybe they're still out there.
Better to have it, not need it, than need it.
Right, exactly. I get it, yeah.
What is the efficiency rating on that?
84. Same. 84. So it meets the rebate, $400 rebate that the gas company gives out.
What gas company?
The gas company is. The gas, I'm sorry, where I'm from. It's Mecca. The gas company.
Thanks for mentioning that.
What's that? I forgot where I was for a second.
If we
Sorry.
buy it in the Temecula store, can we get the discount?
Well, come on. Get the Try-Me on it.
Yeah, right.
Seriously. I mean, what's that?
You have the sheets.
No, you just, the way the Try-Me's work now isn't the way it used to be years ago. It's a little different now. You call me, I generate it with customer service. Customer service sends you an email, you pay for it right there on the, and she'll send you an invoice. Lenny has sent you blah, 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 blah. Pay with your credit card information right there. Your receipt becomes your voucher once you pay for it. You send that, you walk your receipt to distribution, there's your voucher.
Okay.
It's not like the way it used to be,
Right.
mailed, get it mailed to you, and da-da-da-da. It's a lot easier now. Plus, it takes the salesman out of the loop.
Right.
For years, I never understood me giving my credit card information to John Rodriguez, because I thought that was a little fishy. No, this guy's not gonna go out. I don't have his.
He wasn't.
Maybe, that's why. But, yeah, so that's the way the process works for any Try-Me going forward. Okay, we have Try-Me on all our products, everything,
Right.
every single product. Right? Save you a little bit of money. It's usually 40% off the Try-Me. All you have to do is call me. That's all you have to do. Other than that, any questions on here? Good?
Good.
You guys are decent.
Thank you.
I want to talk about Omni a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay? Has anybody been in front of an Omni trying to program it? Other than you? Okay. Startup, brand new pool, you're sitting there, you're, okay, a little difficult, right? A little repetitive. It's not difficult, it's just dumb questions. I'll be honest with you. It's like, does it have this? Yes. And then it asks you again, are you sure? Or whatever. It's just like repetitive. We're trying to clean that up, but we were told by our product specialist to clean that up. It costs like hundreds It's really not that difficult. So if you're in front of something, call me. Again, I'll tell you, call me till I'm blue in the face. We all pretty much have FaceTime. I do that a lot with my vendors. I go on FaceTime with them, see the screen, I can see exactly what you're talking about. Your flow switch might be different than my flow switch, temp sensor, whatever. I can see what you're doing, and I can see what's happening. Okay, or I can just be jumping on job. Done that too. Okay, so just Omni logic is not something that should be scary. I know cool guys, I was one of them. Timeout, service, photo. Boom, I'm done, I'm out of here. I get it. But with the Omni logic, as soon as, all people have to do is hit the filter pump button. That's all you have to do. When the screen pops up, you hit the filter pump button, and you can increase the speed all the way to 30 to 450. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't need a timeout mode. You don't need you can hit timeout. You can actually program in there timeout. The little icon, the icon on the right side of the screen. You can program a theme and call it timeout. And in that theme, you can put it at the speed you want, how long you want it run, and then all of a sudden after you create that theme, it'll show up on the right hand side, timeout. Hit the timeout button, now you're in 3 hours, and you're at 3,000. But if you don't know how to do a theme, I can see how that would be difficult. But it's not hard at all. Okay, so again, if you have a question, you call me, and I'll explain to you in more detail on how to do it. Okay? Omni is it's actually the #1 app on the market, cool app. It surpassed the Telecenter, Easy Touch, or Screen Logic, definitely James. But I'm just saying it is the #1 app. You can dim our lights, you can speed up the shows now. You can do a lot more with Omni Logic. And what separates us from everybody else is our automation and our lights. That's it. So it has to be our lights though. So if our lights are not in there, and they have Pentair lights in there, they got globe lights, or they have the J&E lights in there, you can actually go in and program P-series lights, Z lights, and it will give the colors that they offer. But the only problem is you won't be able to dim or speed up the shows like you can with our lights. So it's just something to think about. Who does, remodels and stuff like that? Yes. Am I done?
You're done.
Okay.
Thank you very much. One thing I want to say to everybody here is, make sure you get Lenny's phone number.
Yeah. Yes. Please.
Don't call me.
We like calling
Lenny.
you.
Well, you call me and ask me how I'm doing, but call Lenny. That's his job. He gets paid for that. They have websites. They paid money to set up those websites. Utilize them. He's there. He has to justify his existence. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to go out with you on your first job and show you how to do it. All right?
Get me out of the house, please.
So, thank you. Lenny has also has some parting gifts for us. We're going to have a raffle.
Yay!
So,
All right, so
We give
raffles.
the heater out.
I know. I'm sorry. I didn't know I was behind. You should have cut me
No,
off.
I just-
Should have cut me off 5 minutes ago. So on the raffles, the painter's not here yet, but we're raffling off an Aquanaut 250. Bree's on her way. She's bringing it. Okay? I don't know if she's here yet.
Nice.
We're also, I got a $50 Visa gift card for you guys. That's another one. I have t-shirts for every one of you. Just gotta come up here and give me your size. Yes, you can take one. And also, does anybody know about the converter boards? Sorry, I got to say, to talk about this. This is this board here. If you have a Omni with an IntelliFlow on it. Does anybody have an Omni with an IntelliFlow on it? Nobody, huh? Well, that's what this is. So I have 2 of these for these. This is like a $500 kind of raffle, but it's very special. You can only use it with an IntelliFlow on an Omni Logic. It won't communicate. If you ever put an IntelliFlow on Omni Logic, you'll see that they won't communicate. There's no way to communicate. But with this, you can communicate. You can have all the different speeds. I got 2 of these for raffle. Okay, so I mean, it might sit in your garage for months.
You can draw the numbers and
I'll draw the numbers. All right, we'll do the one of these first.
do one of those.
Does everybody have a ticket? You didn't get a ticket.
Hang on.
That's okay.
Lenny, what's your phone number?
951-757-0618.
It's on the card, right?
It's on the card.
Yeah.
That was John's old number?
John's old number.
Yeah, I just wanted to contact Shane's John immediately.
All right. This one is for one of these, AQR boards. Oh, we got 498, 2030.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Don't remember the distribution, try to get out of the house. I'm not checking your ticket, I'm just dressing.
They're all 498.
Oh, all 498? All right, here's $50 Visa gift card. 2052. Oh,
I'm like still looking at it.
It pays off. It pays off.
Yeah.
All right, now we'll do the other.
You wouldn't know how to put that in, Bob. Here's the
50
board
bucks,
drinking.
baby.
Bob's buying.
Jeez, like,
2041.
What if those hippies and stuff? Right here?
Hold on. And here's the Aquanaut.
Last thing.
Yeah, now, like I said, it's not here yet, but it will be. 2054. Mike? I got nothing to hand you, but when Bree gets here, grab it from her.
Thank you for giving me a ticket.
Should I check this card?
Yeah.
You trust it? My gosh, rough crowd, you know?
Lenny?
All right, guys,
Thank you very much. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.